All right, let's dive right in. We absolutely all know that feeling, right? It's the end of the month, you happen to glance at your license plate, and your stomach just drops. Your tags are about to expire, and suddenly you are mentally calculating how many hours of your life you're going to lose sitting in a stiff plastic chair at the county treasurer's office, clutching a paper ticket, and just waiting. Well, I have some fantastic news for you. You really don't have to do that anymore. Welcome to This Explainer, where we're going to transform that universal dread into a quick 5-minute task that you can literally do from your couch. Today, we're giving you the ultimate time-saving guide to renewing your vehicle registration online in the state of Kansas.
Seriously, is there anything less appealing than dreading that end-of-month renewal line? It's a hugely relatable pain point for pretty much everyone. Whether you're incredibly tech-savvy or maybe you're someone who usually prefers doing things in person, that physical line is something we all want to avoid. I mean, you have to take time off work, hunt for parking, and stand in long lines just to hand over a check. But it doesn't have to be this way. The digital solution we're looking at today is completely designed to give you your time back.
Here is our quick roadmap for this explainer. 1. Skip the line. 2. Our preparation checklist. 3. The online process itself. 4. The 10-day grace period. And 5. Troubleshooting. All right, Section 1, skip the line. Let's look at the ICANN digital solution. The incredible convenience of the Kansas Department of Revenue's digital system is that it's actually built so you never have to visit an office. You can just use the ICANN portal at icann.ks.gov or download their mobile app to renew your tags 24/7. So whether it's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday or, 2 a.m. on a Sunday, the digital doors are wide open. In fact, over 250,000 Kansas motorists are already using this electronic system to renew every single year. It's a completely agency-agnostic digital solution built specifically to make your life easier. Moving on to Section 2, the preparation checklist. Here is exactly what you need to gather up first. Before you jump online, there are 4 golden rules for renewal that you absolutely need to meet. Gathering what you need first ensures you aren't frantically scrambling for paperwork once you actually start the process. First, your vehicle obviously must be currently registered in Kansas. Second, you need your official renewal notice, which contains your personal identification number or PIN. Third, your address on that notice must be correct because that is exactly where your new decal is going to be mailed. And fourth, you must have valid proof of participating insurance. The state system actually talks directly to insurance companies to verify your coverage. If you don't have these 4 things lined up, the online system simply won't let you proceed. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is a PIN? Well, it's a 7-digit state-generated personal identification number. When you get your renewal form from the Kansas Department of Revenue in the mail, just look directly to the right of the words PIN number. That 7-digit code is your golden ticket. It's the primary key to accessing your specific vehicle's online records securely. Without it, the digital door stays firmly locked. Let's get into Section 3, the online process. This is your step-by-step guide. The whole interface is designed to be incredibly frictionless. Step 1, you just visit icann.ks.gov and click on Renew a Vehicle. You can easily create an account to save your info for next year, or if you prefer, just continue as a guest. Step 2, you search the system using either that 7-digit PIN we just talked about or your license plate number. Step 3, the system will ask you to verify your information, including confirming that insurance coverage. And finally, Step 4, you'll review the total costs, and that includes your registration fees and annual personal property taxes, and then you just submit your payment. It truly is that straightforward. But right before you hit submit, we definitely need to talk about fees so there are 0 surprises at checkout. When you pay online, a 2.50% convenience fee is applied by the payment processor if you use a debit or credit card. Now, if you want to save a little bit on those processing costs, you do have another option. You can opt to use an e-check directly from your bank account, which generally carries a flat $2 fee plus a $1 processing fee, rather than taking a percentage of your total tax bill. It's entirely up to you which method you prefer. Just make sure you're aware of the math before you finalize that transaction. Okay, Section 4. The 10-day grace period. Here is how you can drive worry-free while you wait. A very common anxiety we hear from motorists is about renewing on the very last day of the month. What if you renew online and your tags technically expire at midnight? How can you possibly drive your car without the new physical sticker? Well, the state of Kansas actually anticipated this exact anxiety. By law, you are granted a 10-day grace period that starts from the very day your tags expire. Because it generally takes about 5 to 7 business days to receive your registration receipt and that new physical decal by mail, this 10-day window ensures you are perfectly legal to drive while the mail system does its job.
To handle that 10-day window smoothly, the system gives you a digital receipt and a confirmation number immediately upon payment. You'll want to print that online receipt or simply save the PDF right to your smartphone. Keep it in your car. If you happen to be stopped by law enforcement during those 10 days, that receipt acts as your temporary, completely valid proof of registration.
And to reassure you even further, just look at this quote from Lisa Kaspar, the director of vehicles. She explicitly stated, "This will allow customers to renew online instead of in person right up until the last day of the month." The state intentionally created this policy specifically to address concerns from county treasurers about those long end-of-month lines. They actively want you to use the online system, and they built this grace period to protect you while you wait for your sticker.
Let's wrap things up with Section 5. Troubleshooting. We're going to cover some edge cases and other options.
So while the digital system works pretty flawlessly for the vast majority of people, sometimes you do hit a bump in the road. The most frequent issue people face, misplacing their mail. If you have your notice, you proceed straight to ican.ks.gov. But if you lost your notice, and therefore you don't have your PIN, please don't panic. You don't have to go stand in line just to get a new piece of paper. Instead, you can just visit the state's print renewals website at mvs2.dmv.kdor.ks.gov/printrenewals. You simply punch in your license plate number, and the system will let you view and reprint your exact renewal notice as a PDF, complete with that absolutely vital 7-digit PIN.
However, there are some strict administrative exclusions you definitely need to be aware of. The system will flag your profile as ineligible for online renewal if you fall into one of these specific edge cases. If this is a first-time Kansas registration for a vehicle, meaning it's newly purchased or maybe you just moved to the state, you won't have a PIN and you must visit the office in person. Additionally, the online system does not currently process trailers and RVs. You'll also be blocked if the state detects an insurance lapse, or if you happen to have delinquent personal property taxes on your record. If any of these apply to you, the digital route is unfortunately closed, and you must use mail or visit your local treasurer's office.
Now, as a quick but very important reminder, this explainer is designed to be your guide and is for informational purposes only. State policies, exact convenience fee percentages, and system requirements can occasionally update over time. Always verify your specific details with the official Kansas Department of Revenue channels and your local county treasurer's office to ensure you have the absolute most up-to-date information.
So the absolutely crucial point to take away from all this is that you have a choice. The days of sacrificing your lunch break to stand in a line that snakes all the way out the door are over. Well, if you want them to be. Armed with your PIN, your insurance, and a smartphone or computer, you can handle your civic duties right from your living room. So, are you ready to take back your time and skip the county treasurer line this year? Get your documents together, hop onto ICANN, and reclaim your afternoon. After all, if technology can give you hours of your life back this easily, what other everyday chores are you still doing the hard way?